Hey guys, welcome back to the 7th episode of our Planet Zoo, Thundra Zoo. Yeah, it's already the 7th episode. My, how does time fly? Yeah, sorry for that, yeah. So, at the start of this episode, we started with the Pallas Cat enclosure. So yeah, we started it in the last episode, but today we're gonna finish it, put in the cat, and then do some more things. So it's gonna be a bigger episode. The longest one was I think half an hour. This one's gonna be like maybe 20 minutes. But yeah, a lot of stuff is happening. So I promise you won't get bored. So yeah, I just put some mesh over the enclosure and then left a small space out where I want to put the heart shelter. Then I thought I would put like the rock terrain in, but I did put sand in there. But that's not that bad. I mean, you can just change it. I just wanted it to be clear so that I can see everything and that I don't have the grass in my way, because if you're building detailed, this grass is actually really annoying. So yeah, and yeah, here I'm starting with the heart shelter. In this habitat you can actually, so today I made it how to say, there's a viewing window that you can see inside, so that you can see inside of the heart shelter, but maybe I'm gonna change that because I don't quite like it. Because the one of the functions of heart shelters is to, of course, it's to keep your animals away from the cold or to get them sleep, but also to get them some privacy. And now you can see inside of it, and maybe the cat's gonna be stressed, so I think I might change that in the future. But yeah, let's just build the enclosure. So yeah, with this one I think it's one of my most detailed enclosures. Yeah, as I already told you in videos before, I'm not into Planet Zoo that long, so I haven't built much zoos. But I'm actually building a sandbox zoo, like away from YouTube, so not on the channel. That has really detailed enclosures, and when we're done with this zoo, and you will get a tour of this zoo, but I will also make a tour video of the other zoo. Yeah, that I built. I'm gonna give you the name. So the name of my other zoo is R&A Wildlife Park. Don't ask for what it stands, but I just kind of like the idea, like the name. So yeah, R&A Wildlife Park is the other zoo that I'm building at the moment. So yeah, you will get a tour of that as soon as this zoo is finished and the tour video from this zoo has come out. But that may be in like a month or something. I don't know. So yeah, this is the done base structure of the enclosure. I actually really like it. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Yeah. I also like it that it's on the plaza, so you don't just go to the plaza for food or maybe merchandise. So, but you can also see the Pallas Cat on the plaza. Then I found a Pallas Cat whose name was Mr. Miyagi. I thought it was funny. I wanted to buy him, but I couldn't somehow. I had enough tokens, but didn't work. So I bought. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. I bought the other cat. Yeah. Then here I just put in some bedding and yeah. Oh yeah, and of course enrichment and stuff. I always put enrichment, food and stuff inside the heart shelter for two reasons. Mostly when I'm building naturalistic, realistic enclosures, I don't want to put like a rubber duck or something in the middle of a rock or something that doesn't look good. So I put the food and the toys inside so they can go inside and play, and the outside is just nature, and also the keepers can access the food stations more easy. So yeah, this is our Pallas Cat. I tried to name him Mr. Miyagi, but yeah, I'm still quite struggling with renaming animals. So if you know how to do it, just like always, leave it in the comments. So then I did some terraforming, because Pallas Cats live in the Himalaya and there's not a lot of flat terrain. It's like mountainy. So I just did a little of that, not too much, but yeah. And then I did some terrain painting, because I know they live in a rocky mountainy area, but I wanted some grass inside. And then I put some plants in. We're just keeping it simple with this enclosure. We're not putting a big tree in. Well, actually I put one big tree in. Yeah, I was quite struggling because they don't need that much plants, but I wanted it to look nice. So I was fighting with the plants. I put one tree in, but dug it in the terrain. Then I put some moss in. And yeah, and then I think I put some bamboo in. Yes, there it is. I was struggling to get the bamboo as low as I wanted. Yeah, it took a while, and it's a little embarrassing, but yeah. So yeah, I was struggling with the bamboo. Eventually I was able to bring it as low as I wanted. And yeah. Put it in the back there. Removed some plants so that it's not too much, not too less plants, and it actually was too much plants still. Then I just disabled climbing so that I can save frames, and they don't climb actually, they don't need climbing, so yeah. And then I started with rock work. Yeah, that's the thing about when I say I wanted to build it realistic. I want to take more time with the rocks, not just put rocks in, but also take big ones, dig them down, and make these kind of natural looking structures. So it, yeah, I already said it, that it looks natural. And then, like always in my enclosures, I need to put a pond in. It doesn't feel right if I don't. I love ponds, so I put the smallest pond possible. And yeah, I think that's the enclosure done. I really like it, and there you can see the viewing window. Then I went in explorer mode and just took a look. I think it looks quite realistic. I think you could see something like that at a real zoo. Then I put some snow in, but it disappeared like a minute later or something. Yeah. Then of course education, just like always. I forgot to put donation bins, I think, but we will do that in the next episode. I mean, it's like a minute of work, and yeah. Then I had to fix some issues with the animals. Yeah. This is the Pallas Cat. I took some closer shots. I think he's really beautiful. I actually like Pallas Cats. I didn't know much about them before I started playing Planet Zoo. I don't know much more yet, but I know that they're super cute, and I know their habitat, and I know that I love them. So yeah, we have one Pallas Cat now. I hired a lot of new stuff, because we don't have many stuff in here. I don't think that we ever bought more of like zookeepers and stuff, so I did that. And now it's time for some cinematic shots of the Pallas Cats. Sorry. Yeah, you just see him walking around in his new natural habitat. Again, rate it in the comments, but I actually want you to rate it how natural it looks and realistic from 1 to 10. So if you could do that, it would be very nice, because it's also inspiration for me, or critic, so that I can build better in the future. And yeah, that was just some cinematic shots of our Pallas Cat. And yeah, I think the enclosure's really beautiful. one of my best I've built so far in all of my zoos. I have built a really nice penguin enclosure for some African penguins. I also built like my best enclosure ever, I think, was for some raccoons, but this one's a contender. Yeah. So yeah, this is the area where actually the biggest enclosure is gonna be in the Himalayan themed area. And when you watch, if you watched the other videos, you already know what animal we're gonna put in here. But for the ones that haven't, we're gonna put the Himalayan brown bear in here. And yeah, I started to put some walls around the sides of the enclosure. Yeah, maybe in the next episode I'm gonna change that, because on the left of the enclosure I want to build a house where you can go inside and see the bears through a viewing window, and also there's gonna be a gift shop. Yeah, because I have never built a gift shop in Planet Zoo, but I really like the concept, so we're gonna build a big gift shop. Sorry, my talking's not good. And yeah, so I left some gaps for viewing windows, but again on the left we're gonna change that in the next episode and put a house there. I'm excited to do this, but also I have never built a house where people can go in Planet Zoo, just houses for animals. I have built domes, but I have never built a house. But yeah, you can you can always try new stuff. So yeah, I just took some glass panels and yeah, then put them in between the wooden walls of the enclosure. And I still don't know how to call it, but on this channel it's like a classic now. So for the roof of the barrier, we're gonna do something also in the next episode. My goal is to get the bear or the bears in like the next episode, or this the episode after the next episode. But really the goal is to get him next episode, because we still have a lot of things planned for the zoo and I want to keep it going. As you know, if you watched the channel before, we were gonna build a European forest, and also the biggest project is gonna be Polaria. You may remember Polaria. It's like with the ice bears, seals, penguins, reindeers, Arctic wolves, Arctic foxes maybe, and there we're also gonna build we're gonna build a train that's going through the whole zoo, but I would have to structure that, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I'm always improving. If you would have showed me my Pallas Cat enclosure, if you would have showed me my Pallas Cat enclosure like a month ago, I wouldn't believe you that this is my enclosure that I have built, because a month ago I was really, sorry for cursing, but I was really shit at building enclosures. When I first got Planet Zoo, I just built with the in-game barriers, always glass and then some rocks. It's a good start, but it's not really that good, so yeah. Then the fox enclosure was my first time using good custom barriers, not just glass with like a stick, so really a little more detailed. And then yeah, this enclosure I wanted to look exactly as natural and as realistic as the Pallas Cat enclosure, but just, yeah, you know, like 100 times bigger. I tried to do a rock structure for the back to make it look like it was built into a mountain. I tried a few things, but it just didn't work out for me. So yeah, you will see me here building some more, trying some more things out, but in the end we just built a mountain out of terrain with the terrain tools, and maybe I'm gonna put some rocks in there. I think that's also gonna look a little more natural, so yeah. Here I already started with the terrain. Firstly, I just wanted to make it look like the rocks were standing on something and not like floating in the air, and then I deleted the rocks. Or just most of them. I tried to move them, turn them around, just didn't work out for me, so yeah, we deleted it at the end. Yeah, here you see, deleting a lot of rocks. Some I left, but yeah, then I just raised the terrain up, and then I took the flatten to terrain tool. I was a little overexcited, so I had to delete some terrain back, and then yeah. And I think that's already the done structure. In the back you see some like mountains, and then a big hill, mountain, call it what you want, in the back. And in there we're also gonna put a bear cave, because if you build a bear habitat, you gotta put a cave. I mean, like, that's just a thing, you know, a cozy cave for the Himalayan brown bears. That's also gonna be their hard shelter. I know I did more detailed hard shelter, was more realistic ones, but I think it's fine to put a cave in for the bears. And then I tried some things out with the water area, and in the end it was a big square. Yeah, and then I made it a little bit smaller, and I think that's the done water area. They don't need water necessarily, I think. I haven't checked their Zoopedia yet, but I think they don't need that much water. That's gonna be fine. Then I flattened it out, so they can get out and in of the water more easily. And I also flattened the mountains in the back a little bit out, so that we can save some space. As you can see, it's a pretty big habitat, but yeah, pretty big bears equals pretty big habitat, you know. Then I tried some things with copying the barriers, but we're also gonna do this in the next episode. Then I just changed the paths to be more near the enclosure, so that I can build the wooden wall all around. And then yeah, on the left there we're gonna build a building with the gift shop and a big viewing window, and also a lot of education. My goal is to put like speakers and big screens and stuff in there. So because we need more education bonus on our reports, because our education is quite low. It's on 2 or 3 stars, I think. The enclosures are all on 5, but the education is not that high. I tried some things out, but yeah, we're gonna do a lot of education in here. And yeah, but that would be the done base structure of the enclosure. I think it's quite good. Let's just say we can work something out with that. Yeah, we can really work something out. Oh, and then I just put the entrance in for our staff, the keeper gate, where they can get inside. That's gonna be also, maybe it's gonna be in the building, but maybe I'm gonna do like where the paths are now, a area where people can see inside the enclosure, and the gift shop is gonna be in the back. And then on the left more, on the left where the keeper gate is, there's gonna be a separate room with keepers only or staff only, and then they can go inside there and go into the enclosure. And at the end I just put some rocks where the water area is, and also to put them on the same height as the barrier, because I just want to use some natural barriers. Good, we use some in the back, but yeah, I wanted to use more. And then I did the same on the other side, and the episodes are almost done, so I say bye to you guys and enjoy the rest. Bye bye.